Right. Hey, y'all. Happy Witching Hour. So, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to come and talk about my drug rehabilitation spiritual work. I do offer it, I just don't advertise it. And it's one of those things to where, first of all, I don't offer the work uh, because I've ever been on drugs, and the work doesn't work because of I've had experience with that. No, I don't. No, but the reason why is because it's about the science and the metaphysics of the body, of the mind, that of which I know a lot about, and then also I'm damn good at witchcraft. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The reason why I decided to come on here and talk about this is because of the online stalkers inspired this. So because they're all on drugs, and all I can say is, if you still have your mind at this point, if you still have your mind and you're able to think straight, get help now. Drug addicts can be helped. They can. And they can get off drugs for the rest of their lives. But sadly, like when it comes to like the people that's stalking me, there's literally no hope for them. It, Drugs will eventually put your mind, and I'm talking about hard drugs, will eventually kill the mind. And then you'll start acting weird and crazy like the stalkers. You don't want to act like them, because I'm telling you, like if you're doing something like maybe you take pills on the weekend or something like that, it doesn't really matter what kind of drug. You need to get off of that. And y'all know that the rapper Rich Homie Quan just died of a drug overdose, and nobody set him up. He had an overdose. There was no setup. He had an overdose. That's what happens to drug addicts, unfortunately. And I'm not hating on him. I loved his music, uh, you know, but it just is what it is. There was no setup. He died because of his drug addiction. And that's sadly the result of doing drugs. Now, the one thing about it, though, is that rarely does the actual person that's on the drugs come and get my help. Rarely does that happen. It usually has to come from a third person, okay? Another person. It has to come from somebody that's looking out for that person, because most drug addicts, they will continue to use and use and use until they have some kind of intervention, okay? Um, and they usually don't have the extra money for spiritual work. When you're on drugs, you're literally battling with the demon of addiction. And the demon of addiction ain't no damn punk. And unfortunately, that is the energy behind it. You know, it's not just about chemicals, it's about spirit. So, like, for example, when I'm doing my spiritual work, whatever it is, shamanic, regular witchcraft, whatever it is, I have to put spirits in that stuff. It has to have, so whether or not it's going to come from planetary energy, or spirit, whether or not it's a deity, um, or maybe even elemental. It's got to have, otherwise, you're just dealing with dead materials. So, a person with a really, really bad drug addiction means that they got a really, really bad, the demon has the hooks on them. And in order for you to stop addiction, you have to fight with that demon. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that I fight with it. Rather, I use my favors to release the person from the addiction. And that requires focus, meditation. Okay. That requires somebody that is not tripping off of people on the internet talking crazy. Because to be honest with you, I'll be over here so busy helping clients. And when I do come and make comment on it, it's simply because I'm debunking lies. Because a drug addict, like my ex is a drug addict. I know for a fact now that he's on drugs. He even admitted it to me one time. I'm sorry. You can tell by the behavior. And he's codependent on me for healing because that drug is now destroying his mind and his body and his spirit. Okay. It is. It's destroying him. Fortunately, I've moved on and I don't have to help him. I don't have to do nothing for him. So, but is speaking of which, because there's been a lot. I was looking at the cone heads the other day, and Chris Farley died of a drug addiction, drug overdose. That happens. Anne Heche, overdose. Overdose. That's what you're dealing with. Even when you're dealing with a drug addict, you're dealing with the energy of desperation, death, and destruction. That's one of the reasons why it's good to get out of this situation. Marijuana, no. Marijuana is an herb, and it's actually one of Shiva's herbs that you can make offerings to him. So that's the reason why a lot of addicts, they will start smoking weed, but a lot of them, what they end up doing is smoking both. And you can tell that because when they be like, I'm smoking some weed, it's like, you on something else. You got to be what you on. Mm-hmm. But y'all can help y'all family members and they don't have to know about it. But eventually they will get off of it. They will. Spiritual work definitely helps with that. It does. And the main aspect of it is that that drug has taken everything out of them. Like it doesn't just take money. It takes a lot of the things that you built up in your mama's belly for 9 months. All that information, energy, whether or not it was good, bad, or indifferent. If it was bad energy during the gestation of 9 months, then more than likely you can get addicted and stay addicted, and it's bad. But if you had a pretty good foundation, and you probably were filled with all of the wonderful things from the universe, from the earth's abundance. But when you started doing that drug, it just take everything from you, inside and out. It ruins you from the inside out. So then you got to know how to connect to source to refuel yourself. If you don't know how to connect to source and you running around here talking about, oh, High Priestess Jamila is a devil worshiper, and but in reality I'm a closet drug addict, and I don't know what to do when I'm freaking out, then that's not that yeah no that's not gonna do nothing, because it's through magic and witchcraft that many witches have healed people of addiction. But they say we worship the devil. So sadly, there's been a lot of people that reject the healing and the help that's here for them, and they end up going down in flames. It is what it is. They end up messed up. So I do offer those kind of services, but it's usually not directly through the person. It's usually not, unless the client is not being honest with me about their addiction. Um, but it's usually paid for by a third party. And being addicted to drugs is very risky. You can end up with a bad batch. You can end up something with some fentanyl in it or something. You end up real messed up. So, and here's another thing about drug addicts is that some of them get very arrogant, and they'll say weird things. They're and this is bad. This is bad. But a lot of drug addicts, they will get to the point where they're trying to feed off of people around them energetically, and they're not humble. They're in denial about the addiction. And then that's when they start to try to tell everybody else how to run their affairs, even though they know that they got this thing going on that is tearing them apart. Um, and I also help people that are unfortunate third parties of drug addicts as well. So you can actually be affected by a drug addict's demons. So that's why a lot of the times people part ways with addicts. They stay away from them because, they're causing a lot of bad juju, especially if the addict was willing to do anything to get that money. Now they got bad karma around them. Now they got bad energy around them. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of y'all, the reason why y'all need cleanses and stuff, and it's not just drug addicts, it can be people that are possessed, people that are cursed. But one of the reasons why it's important to get a cleanse is because, if you're around that type of person, it's rubbing off on you. Everybody, you know how they say alcohol addiction is not just the alcoholics, it's a family addiction, because a lot of the times the family, people around that person start to enable that person, unfortunately, which is not good for them, but they may have other agendas at hand. Okay, let's just put it like that. So I think that if you do know a drug addict like that, like, you got to let them know, like, you know what I'm saying, especially if they start affecting your mind, body, and your spirit, and they start affecting you. And doing all kind of crazy stuff, and trying to steal from you, trying to steal your shine, and they do that a lot. In fact, a lot of people, when they see a drug addict kind of walking around and they real tore down and they all messed up and stuff, and a lot of times that person probably was a tyrant when they were on drugs. They was a tyrant, and and they just refused to help themselves, and somebody had to do some, because I've heard of witches having to curse drug addicts too, because honestly, when people feel sorry for them, like when you see people, they be like, oh, that's because you ain't never had to live with a drug addict. That's because you ain't never had a drug addict as a partner that is crazy, and their mind is doing all kind of crazy shit, and they're sending you through all these changes and being very irrational. The people around them actually start to resent them and hate them and not want them around because they're being a tyrant, very aggressive. I know that methamphetamines can make you very aggressive, very. Okay. So, that's the issue. That's what's going on. I told y'all yesterday, that's what's going on with all my stalkers. All these stalkers, these gang stalkers. Well, they're not my stalkers. They're just stalkers. The bottom line is that they can't touch me. Is the bottom line. They can't put their hands on me. So, coming on the internet ain't gonna make no difference. And no matter what you do, it doesn't matter, you know? And so that's why they all trying to join together to get me connected to one of the gang stalkers. But really, in reality, gang stalkers that get together in a group like that, like 99% of the time, they're on methamphetamines. For some reason, addicts that are addicted to meth and crack, they join that for some reason they turn into gang stalkers. It's so weird. There's several videos about it on YouTube too, where more research is being done, and because a lot of them, what they do is they start suffering from disorders, derealization. Nothing's real. I don't know what's real, and that's why they're able to do the outlandish shit that they do. And that black sector was built on drugs and me. Talking about me, they done lost everything. That sector done hit rock bottom. They hit rock bottom when they started lying on my mama. That was like 3 weeks ago, and they holding on to it. They made their little monies, by roasting me. That's gone. They never made any money. My ex was a part of that, and he actually tried to sell porn of me, and my spirit stopped all that. He ain't gonna earn a dime, and that's why they keep talking about old stuff from like I ain't did nothing with the boy. They keep talking about the shit because they're trying to sell it, and ain't nobody gonna buy it. And it just really, to be honest with you, I predict that my ex will be in jail soon because he's obviously full of crap. You can't just have like gang stalkers. Y'all can't just do conspiracies against people like that and expect nothing to happen to you. Trust me, the ball is gonna have to drop at some point. And you should have got off them drugs instead of harassing me and my family the way that y'all were doing. You should have got off drugs. They all on drugs. I didn't know my ex was on drugs. I realized that he was on drugs a month ago, though. I realized that my ex was on drugs. That dude, Mike, he's on drugs. He's a functioning addict. He constantly has to get money from his family to pay his bills and support his habit. But he does a narcotic. He does. I don't think he does it quite as bad as other people. He tries to fill it in with weed. And that's why I just don't want nothing to do with him. I really don't. And he's been begging me to come back to him lately. Come back to what? I've moved on. And it's nothing I can do for you anyway because he's got like a split personality. One minute he normal and the next minute he acting crazy. So he had to go. I ain't dealing with that. I don't have to deal with that. Let his so-called wife deal with that. I can guarantee you that they they're good actors. There's no way you're getting along. So, but anyway, that's what that's about. And they gonna all fry in a frying pan before they ever do harm to me and my family. They gonna all fry in a frying pan along with their brains that's being fried by all them damn drugs they doing. And then at the same time trying to take from me, trying to take my shine, and mad and angry at me and resentful against me because I don't do drugs. I ain't never seen, honestly, the best thing for all of those drug addicts to do in that black sector is to part ways with one another. All they do is enable each other, make each other sicker. They keep committing crimes. Of course, your gang stalking that you're doing on the internet, you're not going to get away with that forever. Surely you already know that the police are investigating you. Surely they're criminals. And then some of them are even, trying to do a little bit of drug selling on the side for themselves. You know what I'm saying? To try to keep up that habit. Um, And so that's why they come on here and make up a crime that I committed, because in their mind, in their drug addicted, destroyed mind, and then especially they try to be spiritual at the same time. They're giving me their karma so that they don't have to suffer. They want to live lavish while doing all these drugs, and that's not the life of a drug addict. It's not. That's what drug addicts do. They either lose their lives or they lose everything. You are no different. And you can talk about Satan, you can talk about Belial, you can talk about Beelzebub all you want, but there's nothing in your Bibles that is going to allow you to try to make innocent children and innocent women like myself suffer because of your bad decisions in life. Doesn't matter if you met me. That doesn't matter, and that's just what it is. And and they don't want to listen to it, but that's what's wrong with them, all of them, every last one of them. And I don't think that my ex does as many drugs, and when he's on drugs he doesn't want to be around me. Okay, when he used to be off drugs, he wanted to be around me. So right now he's on like a sabbatical, because he was on a bender last month. Now he want to come over here and get all the good loving and kisses and hugs, and he want to take me to Waffle House to eat, and he wants me to promise that I wasn't talking to another man. He wants to give me money because his uncle done sent him a check, and he wants to give it to me. He wants to get back together, basically. But then after a few weeks, he's gonna flip again, because you know what I'm saying? That just now the other one, Lamar, he's on drugs every day, bad, real bad. He has a meth addiction. Okay. And for some reason, I guess it's my energy. It's like they feel better, because I bet you them drugs, they do make them feel sick. Cause I heard that drugs make you feel sick after a while. You just don't feel good anymore, and you're just doing that drug just to feel normal. And it's the same way with crack and all of that. It's the same way with it. Okay, so I don't know what to tell him. I don't know you. He's over there trying to sing to me and everything. I'm like, what in the world? But anyway, that's just that. And um I think I've only had like quite like maybe one or two clients that I've actually helped, one or two cases of addiction. Otherwise, I do a lot of money work. I teach. Um, I do money work. I teach, and I do a lot of fertility work too. Believe it or not, I have fertility clients, and I do love work, but I don't want to be bothered with it no more. I'm not gonna. Mm-mm. Only kind of love work I offer is the chakra realignment work for your lover. Otherwise, I'm not. I don't have nothing to do with that. So, but clearly there needs to be some people need some help with that. And all the gang stalkers have drug demons, right? So I'm constantly burning sage, pine cones. pine needles, constantly cleansing and clearing myself and aligning myself with my power every single day. It sucks that I have to do it every single day. I can imagine that once time and distance is between me, especially in my ex, that I don't have to feel like every single day I'm having to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do it every single day anyway, because them drug demons, they looking for something. They hungry. Them drug demons are hungry. That's on these people. That's why they come on here every day. All of them every single day. It's called codependency. Hello. So, they do what they do and I do what I do about it, in the words of what's his name, Little Wayne. And I just don't be worried about the shit or paying attention to it, really. When they decide that they actually love themselves enough to go to rehab, then that's what it is. Otherwise, every single day they're going to suffer in their addiction, either from lack of money to buy that drug, or either that because I'm not going to have it. You're not going to send all that negativity to me and my children. Nobody over here does drugs. Nobody over here is stalking anybody either. Those drug addicts in that black sector have been stalking me for 12 years, and it is because of their addictions. It's a fact. And they can't get off of it. And spirit been done blocked my energy from them. That's why they've gotten thirstier every single day. Every day. It don't matter who else they mention. They call my name like I'm a god. And I'm not. I'm a woman. I'm a flesh and blood woman that bleeds every day. I'm sorry, not every day, that bleeds every month. I need love. I need, to take care of my family. So, they're just like zombies every day. They need something. And so basically, it's been my spirits have done so much to these people that nothing works for them anymore. They bring up my name, lie on me to try to get money or clout. They get they get that work. It's automatic, because you think that I am ever going to not pull my spirits onto this earth and etheric and astral to protect my family from them, because I'm gonna do it regardless. And I just think they need to give up the ghost and go ahead and turn themselves into rehab. You know what? It might also be that a few of them might have warrants out for their arrest. So I think that sometimes the police watch those rehabilitation centers, and if a person has a warrant, they can get picked up. So, that could be one of the reasons why. Because I said I was real perplexed for years. And I was terribly disturbed, especially by Mike's energy. Like, he's given me anxiety probably like 4 times, and it's because I'm an empath. And when he's doing whatever it is that he's doing, I would have to drink valerian root tea or either some chamomile. But now I'm immune to him. You know, he doesn't bother me, but his energy would bother me because, he would be so high strung. He would be high strung and angry, and then that's another thing. He wants me to unblock him on Facebook Messenger. I am not going to unblock you on Messenger. I'm not going to go anywhere with you. I'm not going to allow you to come and pick me up. You know I like to eat, Mike. I'm eating. I'm fine. It's nothing that your demons of poverty, your demons of hunger cannot hurt me or my family. Okay, I don't need you to take me to the Waffle House and buy no food because I know you want to cozy up with me. Okay, what I'm gonna do is ride this storm and we're gonna be fine. Because I've like all of a sudden he wants to try to make it seem like I need him. Since when? I never made no commitment to you like that. And if I did, I got the right to go back on it. So I don't need you for what? I make money through Divine Services Apothecary every single day, every day. So what do I need you for? What I need is for him to leave us alone, is what I need. That's all I need at this point. But if he doesn't, I'll go outside and burn a damn pine cone or either a rosemary stick or some patchouli. Bye. You know what this is. And mm-mm, my spirits pulled the plug on that too. Last month when he was acting cray cray, going nuts in that group. Mm-mm. They pulled the plug on that whole situation. His operation is shut down. He's done. And he can't come over here and do it. I don't want y'all to worry about me because he is acting crazy. That dude is not going to be able to come over here and do no harm to nobody. So, I know that a lot of women have gotten killed that way. A lot of men have gotten killed that way. They can't hurt me. Like, for example, if Mike runs into me and my new dude, well, let's just put it like this. He'll never run into us ever to do anything. Because my spirits are very specific. If somebody was plotting my murder, they would die first. They would die before they able to mess with me. So that's one of the good things about being with Satan is that he'll make that happen for you. Ask my clients. If you in it, so if there was any danger, like if he was to decide to come over here and kick in the door and act crazy, like he King Kong or something, something bad would happen to him. It would. So that's how my protection works. Okay. So we're not worried about that. What did I think about the presidential debate? I didn't watch it. I ain't really had time. I ain't even really had time to watch it because I've been working, teaching classes, and then dealing with asses. Because I go outside maybe like 4 or 5 times a day to do my fire rituals. Okay, and it ain't got to be nothing special. It's just all my enemies. Bye, bye, but bye now. Oh, you want to cause distraction and stagnation, and you're trying to delay me? Because I'm not Christian. I don't go around saying delayed but not denied. All your delay, all your distraction, all that's gone. That's gone. I ain't even worried about it no more, to be honest with you. I ain't even really into politics, to be honest with you. All I know is that Regardless if Kamala wins or Trump wins, people still gonna need a witch. So it ain't gonna affect my business at all because I don't get any government benefits. I ain't ready to retire at all. At all. So I ain't worrying about my retirement or a disability check. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff that's going on though with them letting all these people in the country and stuff like that, like I'm concerned about it. But to be honest with you, they gonna do what they want to do any damn way. And we gonna have to be able to survive this shit and weather the storm. We gonna have to stop giving the government so much power over us eventually. Okay. But yes, I do want Trump to win. Okay. And I think he will. Winning a presidential debate doesn't mean that you're going to win the presidency. But who knows? That's their money. I pay the government my taxes. We are the government. Without us, they would be nothing. So, that's how I look at that. Without the people is who makes the government. So, they good. You know what I'm saying? They good. Don't get yourself all bent out of shape about it or bad or sad about it. I tell you one thing that I do notice though, Adam, a lot of men, just men in the gender of male, are kind of uptight about a woman running for president. And y'all need to get over that. Y'all need to get over that. Okay. Y'all gonna have to get over y'all hate and misogyny for the woman because, that's what's going to lead to heart attacks and strokes. Y'all need to connect, to love, and stop doing that. So they may go ahead and make her president just to weed out the bad, because if you a man and you're that uptight about a woman president, you need to do some change within yourself. You need some changes. So, and because God, the goddess is always, and not just the goddess, the gods. That's why I work with demons in my practice, because they don't have hatred for women and children like mankind does. They don't have that. They like, what is that? Some stupid shit that ain't even connected to nature. That's why I'm a Satanist. Satan does not hate women. A lot of men walking around with their man-made religion hate women, and y'all be stressing yourself out because of that. So they might go ahead and make her president just to prove a point. Either way it goes, I'm still gonna get my money. Either way it goes, it ain't gonna bother me at all, because I don't personally feel that Biden being president has affected me financially. My fucked up landlord affected me financially. Joe Biden didn't affect me financially. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the earth is very abundant. Go get it. Go get it the right way. Stop trying to steal and rob and hinder other people doing all this crazy stuff. Why are you doing that? Why do people do that when the earth is so abundant the way that it is? It makes no sense. So they might go ahead and make her president. Who knows? Because, you know, that's that's what a lot of women are complaining about, especially looking at the display of filth and disgustingness that those so-called men in that sector was doing. I was totally disgusted. Ew. So women don't like misogyny. No, we don't. So they might go ahead and elect her. And you know what? If it's going to help women, if men are going to continue to be misogynist, if men are going to continue to be disruptive, okay? Because I shouldn't have to go out there 5 times a day and do my burns. That should be twice a day. Once maybe in the morning, the afternoon, and then maybe somewhere close in the evening or the witching hour. I've been having to go out there and because you know I've been having to go out there 5 times a damn day and do it. And it's mainly been because of misogynistic men who have no respect for women, men that don't know, that don't want to take no for an answer, men that want to be disruptive. How would you feel if I were to harass and stalk you at your job? And I wouldn't do nothing like that. I have opulence and class and self-respect. I'll just send demons to you. And I'm not going to take them off of you either till you change your behavior. Stop stalking me. So I don't be giving a damn, but they be upset. They be trying to get you upset. I ain't worrying about none of them. I was quite disgusted by it too. There was some disgusting, probably very unattractive, lonely male named Darius in the chat room. Talking about some, let's all just put our penises down Jamila's throat. Like, when men start acting like that, that's when they start dying. That's disgusting. And I would never defile myself as a woman in that way. Never would have to. And they can't take my ancestors' power. 'Cause I got my mother and my grandmother right over here with me. And they was trying to claim my mother and my grandmother too. Oh, and y'all, I had the strangest dream. I ain't gonna say who it was, but I had a dream 2 nights ago that I was in one of my worst enemies' houses, y'all. I shit, I shit y'all not. I was in her house, and it was a man there, and it was another woman there, and I was in this lady's house, and you could tell that she had tried to pull me in. You know what I did when I woke up? I did spiritual work to destroy her trap. My spirit said that the dream that I had was actually a warning that this person was getting ready to try to hijack me and my ancestors. I got up that morning and did work on the situation and did work on her. So ain't that crazy? What is up with Jamila? All these people want to trap me and do things to me, and it's like, no, that ain't my fate. That ain't my destiny to be bothered with that. My destiny is to raise my children, watch my little TV and stuff that I like, eat the food that I like, go spend time with my dude, have him talk and talk and talk because he loves to kick knowledge. He's just that type. And, just kind of smile at him or whatever and spend time with him. My job ain't to sit up here and what, like I said, what the hell I look like? I dream of Genie. I'm not your Genie. She must have wanted my energy really bad because that dream was very crystal goddamn clear. I was in this lady's house, and when I woke up, spirit was like, "You already know what you need to do." So and that can actually happen when people are trying to energy harvest and they're trying to harvest from your crown, your third eye, your throat, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because people trust me. People know I'm good peoples. People know they can trust me. And so that's why your enemies will do that. Your enemies, your adversaries want to win like you win all the time, but they're untrustworthy. Their heart is bad. They exude distrust. So that's the reason why they want to take you. They want your energy to manifest with it. And that's the God's honest truth. That's what they want from you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is that you do to stop that from happening, I know that for me, I use witchcraft for that. Very complicated and deep witchcraft. And that I think that when they get to talking about certain stuff, I don't think that they're actually working with, to me, it seems like Christianity, because there's verses in the Bible. Like, if you don't know the Bible, I know the Bible. I got to know the Bible quite well. And there's one verse in the Bible where a person can feed off of you energetically. And so that religion is weird to me. Exactly, Rochelle. How you doing, sweetie? Religion, it's evil to me. It is. I don't like it. And then the way they be talking about eat the body of Christ and stuff, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And science has proven that cannibalism is actually bad for your health. So no, I don't want to eat the body of Christ. Why would I do that? Am I what? And they'll say, well, you got to be in the Holy Spirit and understand. No, they meant literal, trust me. Because there's one story in the Bible of the parents boiling their children and eating them. And so that's why I don't deal with that God. I deal with Shiva. I deal with Shaitan. I deal with Shaitan. If I need if I got a money situation, I go to my mind. Boom, clon it. I ain't, yeah, Lakshmi, Lord Ganesha. I ain't messing around with that. That shit is cursed, bro. No, thank you. They struggling. Anytime you need me, what you need me for? Why you need to eat my energy? You know what I'm saying? Could you energetically sense when someone is evil? Yeah, but you know what? The thing of it is with me is that I break people down a lot more complicated than that. So, like, everybody has evil spirits on them. Everybody does. But it depends on what the intention of those evil spirits are. So, I run into people all the time with bad spirits on them. My clients will come to me with bad spirits on them that I have to remove. So I don't just say, oh, this person is evil. No, that's not, no. I wouldn't be a witch if that were the case. Because how would I be able to do work on people? How would I be able to heal people? If I just go, ooh, that person evil. Well, no, they may just have evil spirits connected to them. So I know how to break it down and decipher that. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, every single day, we all make a choice every day. We are all the two of swords. When we wake up in the morning and meet the sun, we make a decision on what we're going to do. A bad decision that somebody else made, you need to make sure that that doesn't affect you. And the way I've been dealing with my ex, just FYI, is by removing any and all of his spirits of delay. He don't have no control or power over me. He's trying to find it any way that he can. And he's been trying to tempt me with Waffle House because he knows that I love Waffle House. Well, I can order Waffle House if I wanted it. I can go to Waffle House right now if I wanted to. I don't, why would I need you to do that? So that's one of the reasons why Kamala gonna end up winning because women are sick of misogynistic men. Misogynist, he's a narcissist, trying to financially abuse me, coming online, act like he's showing up at the nightclub in his pajamas to get me. And this ain't no nightclub. I'm not here to meet men. I'm here to meet clients, and some of my clients might be men, but I'm not having sex with those men. I do work for those men. And yes, I do have male clients, a few of them, but mostly female, mostly women. So I don't know what to tell them. When I said it was over, that meant it was over. And, no matter what he says, so I mean, I'm just telling y'all, like, we're in a state of emergency. Okay, we are in a state of emergency because of the behaviors of men. Do you condone what my ex is doing? Ew, he's disgusting. And he's gonna get his for what he's been doing because I told him it was over and I ain't coming back. And it just is what it is. Nobody cares about his temper tantrum. And you know what? Also, there a friend of mine, a male friend of mine, sent me a video of the singer Tyrese make any sense. First of all, why are you worried about that woman being single? Something is going wrong. A lot of these men need to wake up. And a lot of women are not feeling that protection from the church. They're not. They're not feeling it. A lot of women. Okay. So, you can't get mad because High Priestess Jamila is still able to pay her bills without you because I have women coming to me and paying me for classes or spiritual work. So, pretty much at this point, I'm just doing doom work on my ex. I'm not doing no love work on him. And I can guarantee you that it's all going to blow up in his face. That's a fact. He over there praying right now. It's the devil's hour. What you praying to? He over there praying for me to come back to him right now. I can hear him. But why does he want me to come back to him? He wants me to come back to him so that he can take me through another cycle of abuse. And I'm not going to do it. And anybody that condones it can get that work too. Anybody that encourages him to do what he's doing can get that work too. Anybody that tries to stick me with that man can get that work too. Because I'm a human being. I'm a woman. I'm a human being. I'm not some fucking slave. I talked about this yesterday. I don't have to do what he tells me to do. And so whenever I have this ism with him, I call it Belial and Beelzebub. Because he's canceled. I don't care what he does. Rochelle, are you joining my Shiva group, by the way, sweetie? And Shiva, I'm going to tell y'all something. Shiva hates misogynistic men. Oh my God. Don't nobody want you. Don't no woman that's worth her salt wants to be with a man like that. And you can't force us. And that's exactly what they will try to do. So I'm just gonna sit back and be the bitchy witch that I am and be like, that's not gonna work, buddy. None of that is gonna work. The universe, Mother Earth, my gods, my demons, my angels, they're not demons, I'm sorry, because I decided to start calling them angels. They're gonna always provide. So, you know, yeah, that's just what that is. Why would you as a man think that that's kosher though? That's like the worst kind of man to financially abuse a woman. Like you must not think anything of yourself. Your self-esteem is low to the point where you're trying to dangle money. You're trying to dangle money in front of her. Well, women can make their own money. And I do believe that Kamala is going to be good as president, just to make a point. So I'll be happy no matter what. I'm not going to hate on her. If that sister going to win, then hey, I'm with it. Yeah, I've heard of her. She don't like demons, or she's not a witch. Melinda the Mystic Witch is not an actual witch. She's more of a Christian. Okay. She don't like Hecate. You know, she ain't there yet. She might be a natural born witch, but she ain't really connected yet. She hasn't. She hasn't really connected yet. She's probably gonna end up making that connection. And regardless of what she says, she's still every single day working with demons. Every single day. First of all, she's saying their names, she's getting their stuff out there. But demons are essential for our survival. They're connected to the root chakra. Would you just let somebody walk up to you and just take your cookies? I wouldn't. I mean, if they had a gun to my head, but that would never happen to me, so I ain't worried about that. But it's gonna take a demon to for you to survive that. So she's against Christianity. Mm, like that. She'll learn. You can still be wholesome, and you can still um, be a good person. But I'm sorry, I'm standing on business. So, you know, in fact, when my spirits tell me, they say call the Volak, call to, help you out. That's what I'll do. So I'm standing on business. I don't have time for that. And I ain't got time to be torn down. Regardless to what they say. Yesterday my skin was a little dry. It ain't today though. Regardless to what they say, I like what I see in the mirror. I ain't all torn down and stuff because they first their narrative was that all them demons are gonna eat her up. They're actually quite the contrary. And I don't feed off of other people. The earth is very abundant, like I said. Shiva is amazing. I hope that she said good things about him. Shiva is another manifestation of Satan, and so is Zeus, which is the god of Jupiter. Satan is factually the god of this planet. He owns this planet. So what are we going to do? Are we going to run around here and cry about it? He's been very nice to me. So, okay. At least, I'm not, at least I can come on here and run my business and I'm not running around here defiling myself, like hanging around with groups of people, trying to steal other people's shine, trying to hurt people. At least I'm not that type of person. Because the behaviors that I have been seeing have been absolutely disgusting. Oh, did she? I wonder if she knows that Shiva is a manifestation of Satan. She must not know. Or maybe she don't believe that. Well, that's good. Anyway, um, we're doing a group with Shiva, and he's been keeping everything relaxed because when these people go into their frenzies and stuff and they're directing this negativity towards you, this is when you're having to visit the hospital and you're all stressed out and you feel some type of way. So Shiva is amazing, and he's been on my head lately, guiding me and stuff, and then also giving me a lot of healing. So we're actually doing a circle. Rochelle, you should get in it, girl. It's on the website. It's only 77. And then not only that, never ending wealth and blessings and protection. Healing, never ending wealth, blessings, and protection. We do that ritual with Shiva, Lord Ganesha, and Lakshmi for every full moon. But we kind of got started early though. Technically, we're not supposed to be doing it till the full moon. But since things are so off balance, because these people be, y'all adversaries be throwing shit off balance, man. They are annoying, and they're typically people that, okay, it's okay. Okay, if you don't work or have a job or run a business, it's okay for you to be home all day. But when you use your time trying to dredge up chaos and destruction against other people, you gonna get dealt with. Because I'm productive every single day. Okay, I'm constantly doing work for clients and doing readings, and I'm productive every day. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But a lot of y'all have adversaries that they don't do nothing all day. They don't know what to do with their time. So then messing with other people, and then some of them will sit and, like I told y'all, they quite sick. They'll meditate for 12 hours per day to your energy, and they don't understand, why don't you connect with the moon? Why don't you connect with the sun? And it's because they've been doing it that way so long, but when they run into somebody like me that denies them access, then they get upset. Now, typically, what my ex will do, I think that he might get desperate and try to put in a false call to CPS. That's how codependent my ex is. Yes, Mike has called defects on me by himself and made false reports just so that he can feel like he's getting to me. Well, why would that do that? Of course, what do you think? Spirit is not smart? Spirit is smarter than you, hon. But he's done that before. And I'm shocked he hasn't. I'm shocked he ain't did that. Cause hopefully he don't get that desperate. But if he does, what difference does it make to me? What is defects gonna do to me? I'm not a drug addict. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't beat my kids. I'm and then also they are pretty much already under, they know about the whole codependent gang stalkers CPS campaign. So they'll try to, it's like, and then they also try to do spiritual work through CPS, a third party. So they'll try to put negative energies in CPS so that it'll be carried to me. My spirits are going to filter that out automatically before they even make contact with me, before they call, before they do anything. Now, what I want my ex to do is go and dry out, and so that I never have to deal with him again, and sit back and ask himself, why did I think that it was normal for me and a group of people to stalk this woman every single day? Why did I think that was normal? Well, the answer is with me. When you sick like that and got problems, you're going to probably try to latch on to somebody like me because I'm fully connected. I'm constantly, healing energy is constantly pulsing through my veins. But at the same time, I need that for myself. I, can, I need that for my teeth, my bones, my children. Why should I have to come to social media and take care of a bunch of people's wayward children, grown children? They act like I'm an apple tree and they want to pick my fruit. So that's why they're very frustrated because they're wondering, why can't I get what I want? Well, you ain't never really actually got what you wanted. But they were using my ex to have access to me too. So he was kind of like a person that could get next to me so that he could carry stuff back and forth. Whenever he came around me and he had that bad spirit or any bad spirits on him or ill intent, it wouldn't slaw off on me. In fact, he'd be sitting there feeling uncomfortable because my spirits would be beating the shit out of him. That's actually one of the reasons why he didn't want to be around me. He can't be around me too long. So I'm just like, let it go. Why don't you go to rehab and go get some help and actually go get some real spiritual advice from somebody? So they're trying to be like psychic vampires and it's not working for them. Okay. It's not. you know Anywho, I feel like eating a candy bar. All right, y'all, I gotta go. I'm about to have me a witching hour snack. I will catch y'all later. Make sure that y'all get in my Shiva group because I'm telling you it's gonna get worse. And y'all need to quit watching that sector too. If you watching that sector, you need to quit because it's gonna get real painful. And quit watching Mike for your own sake because he's a loose wire. He ain't gonna do nothing but give a bunch of bad energy to y'all. I keep telling people that people be trying to kiss his ass. Like, people are stupid to support my ex because he doesn't give a shit about nobody. Not even his own so-called wife. He don't give a damn about nobody. I still don't get it. And then he be over there reading that Bible trying to curse people. He ain't gonna do nothing but curse himself. He be trying to do Psalms 109 on my family. And all it does is make him wake up looking like an ugly gorilla. That's all that it does, okay? He just wakes up sick. He's sick. His head is throbbing. And that's just too bad. I can't do nothing about that. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Okay. And if y'all got energy vamps, y'all know where to go. We can deal with them. Energy vampires, destiny stealers, um, maybe a drug addict that's doing harm. We handle stuff like that. Okay. But the main thing with enemies like Mike is that I, everything is a spirit, in my humble opinion. So he's trying to create the spirit of distraction. They all are. And I just laugh at him. I just laugh at him because it's so stupid. Like the jig is up. It been up. It been up. Now they just basically being petty because they already know what's up. And it ain't worth it. You welcome, Rochelle. I'll send you that link too, sis. I'll send you the link to the website if you want to get in our circle, if you want to get in the Shiva circle. And I'll post it to the community wall too. Okay. It's the month of September. This is always a very abundant month. Ain't nobody really desperate except for the people, except for the drug addicts and the crazies and the people that they've unfortunately afflicted. Okay. And you don't have to be afflicted. You don't. All right, y'all. Y'all have a happy Thursday, okay?